Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I have been on hiatus, as you can see, for various reasons. Whenever we go through transitions, we need time to change, to grow, to rest. And transitions is always a time to rest. And summer seems to be my biggest transition time because as we change around our birthday seasons, um, for some reason, people love doing magic, major magic, during the fire season, Leo. And some of us have had to prepare our shields, our dark energies, and things like that to fight. So, a lot of times when we go through transition and they say new levels, new devils, you're preparing yourself to fight. So, I am glad to be back. And of course, we'll give messages when called. But if you are new here, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. And it's been a ride, y'all. It's been a ride. I pop up when I need to. I am hidden when I need to. And I kind of accept my cycle until it is time. And man does not determine when that time is. So I do have a channel message for you that is very specific, and it's actually what a lot of readers are talking about now. And I want to talk about that a little bit because of what I've been feeling the past couple of days. And I know someone needs to hear this. So, prefacing it with, and those that know me, you know my preface. I am not a mental health worker yet. But if you are coming, like if you're having issues with your body, mental health, and things like that, please go see a professional. I am only speaking on my experiences. I do reference things for you to go and look up for proof, so you can see for yourself. But your life experiences are what you know, right? And many of us go through the same life experiences, some of them over and over again. So, with that, let's get started. All right. So, the channel message is move accordingly, keep to yourself. This is not for everyone because some have received their tower of liberation, because sometimes you have to receive a tower to be liberated, to be freed. And sometimes that tower is for you, depending on what it is that you need to work on in here, and for other people. Sometimes it is a mirage of a tower for other people to see you, to think that you've been destroyed, so they leave you alone. For some of us, we have, and forgive how I'm about to say this, we have some stupid people that don't know how to leave us alone, that have no understanding of how spirit works, how the vastness, everything exists. And in that human mind and some alien, your calculations are not mathing, and you're not understanding why hits are not landing or things are not reaching. Or for some of these people, and we're not going to address them after this, for some of these people, it's like, how many times have we been through this with you? How many times have we been going around in this circle and you still trying to declare war? You don't want our smoke. And we keep trying to tell you. And this is one thing that has been coming up. So let's talk on this. And yes, of course, I drew my cards. But let's talk on this. You will have folks that will constantly get in your way, right? To get a reaction. thinking you don't know yourself. But they don't understand that we yield and we move, not always because we don't want to fight. It's not really that sometimes. It's for their own good, for their own saving. Because people don't understand as much light as you are. That's how dark you are, right? And both is needed to operate from. And I've learned that during my transition. Both is needed to operate from. But they don't understand. They're too stupid. This is past ignorance. They're too stupid. And the reason why I say they're stupid is because they keep going. They keep attacking. You will walk away. Oh, they're weak. We're going to keep attacking. You will divert another side. See, we're wearing them down. We're going to keep attacking. Sometimes we don't retaliate because we destroy you. And for your own good, we walk on. But there comes a time when bullies have to be eradicated, destroyed, sat down, slapped down, legs cut off so they quit following you, limbs cut off, and I'm talking about figuratively, not physically, figuratively, right? They're attacking you spiritually, baby. Destroy the spirit. I mean, here's the thing, okay? And I was like this. You love to a fault, some of you. And you don't want to harm. And I get it. But then some of us have these bullies that know this and keep doing it to lower you so they can grab a hold of you because they feel it's not fair you're in that space. You don't know my path and what I'm walking to be in that space. We're not to be in that space. And that's the other thing they don't understand. We know where we're supposed to be. We know what frequency we're supposed to be walking in. We don't have to tell them. It's none of their fucking business to tell them. And for those that are new, I curse. So, it's not their business for us to tell you. We know. And a lot of times we're sitting in our peaceful state and we're sitting and walking, just diverting, because we know. It's not for you to know. It's not for you to know our business. It's not for you to know how we're walking. We know. So this message is for those of you that need help and need to invite it in. This is for those that are tired. You heard how I said it. Tired. Meaning, you've taken hit after hit after hit after hit from trying to divert to trying to move. And you keep taking hits because they keep trying to lower you. We get mad. Of course we do. Right? But it is also a question of when you're going to stand and say no. And I'm going to go back to trying to be so loving we don't want to use our dark side, baby. That's what our dark side is for. Too much evil destroys evil. So sometimes you have to use the dark because the light cannot reach that dark place. And sometimes you have to use that other side of you to destroy. When you've had enough, that does not touch your light. Your light remains. And for some of us, our dark is saying, let us handle it. You need to stay in the light. You're like, hey, okay, go ahead. And sometimes that is the only way. Nonviolence is not always the answer. This is not a time of nonviolence right now. There are certain circumstances when it is. And this is not the time because they don't know how to stop. And it's not a matter of keep getting destroyed, and eventually they'll see no. No, you're dealing with people that don't want to see. They already saw. You're dealing with people, some people who really know who you are and what you are. Not so much who, what. And because you're so high, we must bring you down to let others know you're not that high. Everyone makes mistakes. That's what this plane is for. Just because you make a mistake doesn't mean you're not high. It just means, oh, got the lesson, next. Right? So invite help. Let your spirits and guides help you. Now, if you're like me, I like to do it on my own. I just learn better that way. Then I go, me and Spirit got issues with that. It doesn't like I do that. And I know I'm coming up to a time when I can't. Now, for those that are spying, I know they're going to be like, doing it on our own. What? Not even calling on? No. First of all, this is Satan's realm. So, they don't reach their hands in like that. We have to do. Right? So we use what we know. We use what we got. But now that a lot of us chosens are walking through this tower, and we always get towers that we get tired of, right? We know Leo season is coming up. We know they're going to use fire. Okay. We know they are, right? Well, some of us are air elements, and some of us wield fire. And what can air do to fire? Snuff it out. It needs air to breathe. Know your elements. Know the signs in which you're moving, their strengths and weaknesses. Planets are just as important. Some of our ruling planets are in retrograde right now. And so you're feeling more tired. You're feeling more drained. Some people are draining you, yeah, but it's also a time of rest. I hear you. And a time for you not to move. So, going back to the original. Sit still. Sit quiet. Move in silence. Move where they can't see you. And I'm like, yeah, this is our rest time. This is our recoup time. Because between August, or Leo season, I should say, to December is when they do their dirt. But I'm going to tell you this. I've been checking and rechecking and rechecking. This is the Samhain, I think it is. They're going to die. Spirits, souls, going to get eaten and destroyed. It's just waiting. It's just waiting for them to do the stupid shit again, which they're going to, because they feel they're more powerful than what they can't see. Okay. I told you I'm not talking to them. So, invite help. But this second half of this season, not going to be the same as it's been. It's not. Liberation is what's needed for you and from you. And what this means is letting the fears go. If you tired, I tell folks all the time, you don't make change until you tired. Until you're like, fuck it all, I'm tired, right? And that's when your enemies celebrate. It's not about them. Some of you are going to have to let them have the perception they want. Some of you are. You're going to have to let them think they won. Family, friends, co-workers, job. Let them. I cannot tell you how many jobs and how many enemies have think they have won over me. And it used to burn me. It used to burn me up. I don't care. Because if they're sitting there and they're celebrating, they're not focused on me. They think they won. Let them think that. You got things to do. Okay? So you need to liberate what's holding you back. You need to let it go. Now, for some of you, this is life. I'm not saying let go of life. I'm saying let go of the anger of what has happened in your life. And I must talk to you about this. I must. Because if you're anything like me, you have been hit since birth. Right? And you've been asking that question, why? But a lot of us know why. And you got fed up. At some point recently, you got fed up. And you said enough. You even told Spirit enough. And getting on Spirit for not doing. Right? It's funny. It's always a test of how much you can take. How much you will stand up for yourself. When you will put your foot down. And even set up boundaries with the spirit realm. To say enough. I always hear people saying, give it to God. You don't understand. Yeah. Yes. And. But there is a boundary. There is a limit to what we will take even from spirit. There is a limit. And at some point we're like, are you crazy? You know? And then some people, and I call these people better than me, some people will be like, okay, I see. I need it. And yes, those lessons are very important. Very important for us to see how strong they are. But for those of us that know how fucking strong we are, then you're like, what? What? What's the reasoning? And I'm talking about those who see the signs, who see the lessons, who know we've been through the lesson already. Why the fuck are we going through it again? Why are you bringing it to my door again? Why? I don't understand. And then we have to sit and wait. But it pisses us off. Oh, I know. I get it. But remember, those of us that said we're going to do it on our own. We can't say we're going to do it on our own and then we reach the hand up and say, help me. We got to have an understanding with that spirit. The spirit knows how each one of us is and how each one of us operates. We got to have an understanding. Some of us are going around in a circle with it. And in my opinion, giving it too much focus instead of us just moving and accepting. And the accepting part is the hard part. But the accepting is the liberation part. And what I mean by accepting is accepting that some of us just have to work harder than other people, even though we feel we deserve more and we don't get shit. Accepting that. Accepting that we're going to keep getting attacked because we want nothing to do with this system. And we want nothing to do with their bullshit. And we don't need their bullshit. We don't need their money. We don't need their assistance. We don't need to sell ourselves for it. We know ourselves. And the only reason why they knock you down continuously is so you don't know yourself. We know ourselves enough, right? We have to liberate ourselves from the anger to slip into the love. Not the love of ourselves. We know this. Those of us that have done that work, we know that love. I'm talking about the romantic piece that we shun away from, that they wanted us to shun away from. See, what I think about is that Source already knew what some of us were going to do from the beginning. It already knows. I'm not talking about spirit. I'm talking about source. It already knows. Source is neutral. So it's already been written, right? It's us who's trying to remember. And some of us asked for the impossible path without help. That was me. And it was out of ego when I came back. But I asked for it. So I understand. But even if you ask for a hard path, there's still leeway, right? And I've told y'all before, there's still some of us whose spirits have their hands on too much. There are some of us whose spirit fights for, even against you, yourself. You'll say you want to do it yourself. Spirit's like, no, I can't let you do that. And you're like, hold on, back up. It's my life. Let me do what I got. No, can't let you do that. And you having this constant battle. And I know some people understand what I'm saying on that. Some people look at me like, what? You gonna fight spirit for you? Hell yeah, it's my life. I'm living it. I needed to experience so I can do my job. So I have been. And I have, right? But then we're like, okay, we've experienced. You have other spirits that'll play a joke in the games. No, let's experience a little more in spirit. Just sits back and watches. And it's like, are you going to call on me? No, if you're going to sit back and watch. I'm someone who knows me. Okay. So, there are people that go through this. There are. What we have to remember is we have to use the intuition to know the right thing that's calling us to help and what's not. We have to invite the help. We have to, though, use discernment to know what we're inviting in, right? And the payment and the consequences of that. But also, that's how we follow the signs and the instinct, the signs to do that. But also to be humble enough when we can't. And trust me, spirit will make it where you can't. And you have to call on it on purpose. We have to be able to receive that help and lay that ego down of what we can do versus what we can't do. It's funny. I say all the time that people that do us wrong and throw us shade and stuff like that, they are catalysts, and they are. You don't learn walking a good path. Meaning you don't learn with just good experiences. You learn with your shadow and the experience that shape you, right? And you needed to go through those things to help other people. That's part of what shapes your path, is to know what you're here to do for other people. But we get angry with everything and everybody. I'm not just talking about on this plane. Other side too. And we will have things fighting for us. And I can't tell you how many times the spirits that fight for me slap their forehead because we go in the circle that they're waiting for me to break. Where I'm like, and I'm grateful, but I'm still like mine control, right? My life. And they can't understand why some of us don't hand it over. And I can say for me, it's a couple of reasons. One, because the cycle has to break at some point. The teaching of a codependency on something outside of you is not okay with me. It is a relationship like it would be with parent-child or husband-wife. It is a symbiotic relationship. Those are symbiotic relationships, right? You know your roles, but with spirit and stuff like that, it's not that simple. You don't know your role. You don't always know what your quest is. Sometimes your quest is to tell them off and stand up and be like, no, and you will not anymore. And I know because when I do that, sometimes that's when I receive, especially when I get the angriest. And then that's when I'll receive and be like, okay, we'll back off. And it's like, why did it take that? You understand? I don't believe, for me, I don't believe in a codependency on anything to receive anything. No. I believe in getting what you deserve. I believe in working for what you deserve. But I also believe you get the hell out of the way when it's time for me to receive what I'm supposed to have, no matter who you are. But then you have to be careful with that, because then there's a flow. There is a flow in life of how things just move. And those of us that do this go against it a lot of the time and don't flow with it, because we don't believe in codependency on anything. For what? You reach out when you need. The rest you do on your own. And if your guides and things are with you, you listen, you work, right? But it's funny. It's like, oh, okay, you want to go that vein? Keep working. You want to go in that vein? Keep doing it by yourself. And then even when you do call out, then the spirit realm will have ego. And will be like, no, you didn't reach out to me when I wanted you to. So no. Then you keep going through the song and dance. Remember, there's more than one spirits. There are many. There are many gods. There are many different things. It depends on what you believe in and what you follow. But those many gods make up one big one. And they're different aspects, just like us. We are different aspects of the whole mind. Same thing. But we're all one. Many parts of one. So, for those of us, and I'm including this, that is battling this thing that we can't see. And one reader has said in our blind spot, that we can't see in our blind spot. Sometimes we can't see how we're helping the enemy keep us going in that. Drop it. Drop the caring about it. Drop it. And flow. Now, what I mean by flow is flow with life. And there's just some things you have to accept. Like I said, we work harder than other people. We receive very little. We know we're here for a purpose. We know we're going to get attacked. We got to accept that. We know we're going to have people that do not understand one iota of what we do. We got to understand that. We got to accept that. We have to accept that we're different. We were made different, and we move different. You got to accept that. And you got to accept that people cannot accept it. Just some people can't. You got to accept that. Don't be mad about it. It is what it is. Don't take it personal. Now, are the attacks on you personal? Some of them are. Even from the spirit realm. Some of them are to make you change. And you're like firm, no. Some of us have this thing in us, we cannot. I do. We cannot. No control. No. Don't put your ego on me. Don't try to control me. Not working. And I mean nothing. No spirit, no source, no nothing. Nothing of control. Nothing. Those are the ones that don't believe in codependency on anything. We believe in co-creating with, but no codependency. No. And that's a different dynamic than this matrix is used to. Ooh, yeah, I went there. That's a different dynamic than this matrix is used to, and this matrix wants to allow. See, above this matrix, it's working differently. But this matrix has been programmed to a computer code where it builds codependency, and it glitches when people are not codependent. When people like us that are viruses to its program cannot take it. And some of us are techno disruptors for that reason. That means when the matrix is around us, a hole is created because it can't take it. It's weakened around our aura field because that's how we are. And it tries to break it down and its little minions so it can strengthen around your aura. No. And you see the signs. What you have to liberate yourself from is knowing the difference between what's spirit realm and what's matrix. Because it's not the same. Matrix is a system. Spirit realm is a system too, but it's a different type of system, different type of magic, different type of power than the matrix. Matrix is a program. Literally a program of the universe and of other things. Let me leave it like that. And of other things. Spirit realm is a program that is all possibilities. Matrix is not. The universal matrix is all possibilities. But the universal matrix is natural. The matrix here is not. It's made up. A made up fucking shield that adapts. Part technology, part nature, but they have to keep using magic to keep it going. They have to keep feeding it to keep it going. That ain't 100% fucking natural. No. The universe, you don't need to do that. So it's this matrix that really bumps up against you, trying to make you, to program you to be the way everyone else is so you're not liberated. No. And no matter what it hits at us, it needs its little minions to come and hit us. And first they come to your face smiling, and then they come to you rough. And when we say we don't need you or your fucking matrix, then they get mad. Because 9 times out of 10, they need you and your energy to feed it. And you're saying no. And they get mad. That's what they get the chosen ones for, is to feed this matrix. And the chosen ones know, no, don't need you. I got my own matrix I'm tapped into. That's the universal matrix. That's above your matrix. I don't need your matrix. In fact, I disrupt your matrix. I don't need it. So take your shit and you can go. I don't need to pull from you. I know what I can pull from. But of course, the matrix is a veil, shield, that doesn't allow true, unless you vibrate a particular way, true passage. And that is the key. You must vibrate at the same frequency as the fake matrix, or higher, to pull in from the universal matrix. That's all. When you phase at the same numbers that something that's trying to stop you, you can walk right through it. There and higher, right? A lot of us are walking through the shit that we're getting hit with because we phase higher. But the matrix, even though it keeps in all this negative, still phases at a particular frequency, wavelength, and amplitude. And you got to match all of those. It's like a code key. You got to match all of those to be able to pull from above it, to pull through it, to vibrate even higher. Okay. And they trying to lock down even more on the field. And so each time they do that, they disrupt the planet. and she responds in kind. It's almost so much out of control. They have lost sight of what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Too much evil destroys evil, so they started to destroy it themselves, blaming the chosen ones when it was their folly. Who's making it fall apart? We haven't done shit but talk to other people. We haven't done anything. That's what makes me laugh. It's like you have the weak-minded. You did, you caused, you stay in your victim mentality over there, boo-boo. That weakness is, I'm above that. Keep your weakness over there. Not understanding they're the ones who've caused this mess. Now they're trying to scramble to clean it up, and they can't clean it up. But people see the light. Well, some. Because we got a lot of idiots that call themselves arrived and enlightened, and they're dumb as dog shit. I am seeing, especially around this time, a lot of idiots. Fuck ignorance. A lot of idiots that make no sense. Their rhetoric makes no sense. And they don't even believe the bullshit. Like, if look at them. The next time someone says something that makes no sense, look at their face and look at their eyes if you can, and look at their body language and see if they believe the shit that they're slinging. If they really do, like really balls of bones do, and that blind, leave them alone. Leave them alone and walk away. You're about to receive. Your signs are coming in. Let go of this bullshit. Let go. Let go. Please let go. Go out in nature. It is time for you to commune with her, with Gaia, because she needs all the help that she can get and all the healing. They've messed her up so much with these ley lines, and then increasing frequencies and decreasing, and putting her in flux in a way that she should not be and should not be controlled. Too many people think that they control things, and that's why this is falling apart. Honestly. To be honest with you. Trying to control the beginning. No. No. You don't control the beginning or the end. No. You don't. Also, heal. Some of us that are going through this, that have this anger, and on my channel, I have some about releasing anger. Some of us have this anger so deep that it's affecting our health. No. Stop. Stop. Let go. Let go. Now, they'll tell you let go of the control. I'm going to say let go of it to a point, because not all of it is spirit trying to take it and help you. Not all of it is spirit. You can relinquish it to spirit if you choose to. That is on you. Okay. And there's some things that need to be relinquished to spirit. Absolutely. But we're also talking about letting go of the fear and loving you. Let go of the past situations and be loved on. You have to be able, and this is what we've been through. We fought so much. You have to be able to see the signs of the gift. You can't be fighting in berserker mode, and when spirit is trying to hand you the gift, you knock it away. No. Not everything is a fight, especially with yourself. Not everything is a fight. Know what is a fight and what is not a fight, so you can receive your gift. Let the anger go so you can receive your gift. Let that person go. Don't ask for something and then you don't release it so you can receive the new. And if it's being given to you, oh, this is the other thing. If it's being given to you and you on your laurels and you just waiting and dragging your feet, understand your gift is not going to be there waiting for you forever. See, we just left people who we were a gift for, chosens, and they couldn't make up their mind whether they wanted us or not, and then went in the opposite direction while we were waiting and preparing for them. And then some of us are back in the same situation. Some of us aren't. Some of us said, fuck it, I don't want it. Move on. Hold on. It's a gift, but understand, you being the gift, you have the choice to say yes or no. So, if you were given another twin or another soulmate, and that twin and soulmate is doing the same thing, not the turning on you, but making you wait, baby, you ain't got to wait for nobody. They don't want the gift, move your ass on. We ain't got time for that. I'm sorry, we don't. There are too many other good people. And the universe will say, okay, you didn't want the gift and you said you did. You being removed too. Next, we're going to give this person to the next one who wants the gift. It will find who wants the gift. So don't worry about it. You love you and you work on you in the meantime, and you prepare for that one that's supposed to come to you. You prepare for that, right? But understand, in loving you, you're not pushing away. You're healing that inner child. You're taking care of that trauma. And you're keeping your eyesight, you're keeping one eye on the signs of when your gift is coming for you to receive. But you let that anger go, that bullshit of the past. And the people that have hurt you, let that go. That has no bearing on you. The only bearing it has on you is how strong you were to get through it. That's it. That is it. Okay, my love. Other than that, you let it go. All right, my loves. I love you. I hope this helped. Get out in nature. Take care of your body. Take care of your mental health. Some of you are getting these signs that your body needs care and help. Okay? Take care of it. Take care of it. It is important. You don't have your health, you don't have anything. And I know some of these people have attacked your health. I know. Take care of it, loves. Okay? Take care of yourself. Hand it over. But understand the matrix you're dealing with. And you tap into the universal matrix. Fuck this one that you're sitting in. You don't need none of that. That's what's attacking you. But you can move on. Be open to receive. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? Let whoever thinks they won, let them think that. Rest. Move in silence. When you receive in silence. Let it stay in silence until it's time to be revealed. Let the ego go. Let the control of that ego go. All right, my loves, I love you. Miss talking to you. And hopefully I will come soon with more things for you. All right, take care now. Namaste.